right, folks, now that you've been exposed to the reactor, we're moving right into the TPC challenge known as the Flinch Grinch. This is all about releasing the trigger and getting back to that reset point after you've taken up the slack or free play in your trigger. You have to learn your trigger intimately so that you can become consistent in your performance. The way this works is, again, at 4 yards, gun is on target. In this case, the trigger will already be held to the rear, chamber loaded. At the start signal, I'll release the trigger, get back to that reset point, fire the shot, applying those principles and concepts that support proper trigger control.
The TPC Flinch Grinch Challenge. This challenge is shot from a distance of 4 yards, utilizing the Flinch Grinch target, which consists of 15 1-inch dots. In this challenge, all dots of a single row will be shot 1 time each, with the same purpose for all 5 dots applied. These are 5 individual repetitions. All shots will be performed with the use of a shooting timer. The start procedure is as follows. Students will start with the trigger pinned to the rear and the sights aligned on target. Please note to be extra careful when preparing the firearm in this starting condition. Upon the start signal, students will perform the necessary actions to deliver 1 accurate shot in as short a time period as possible by resetting, prepping, and pressing the trigger. The main goals are to discover trigger control issues that develop under pressure and speed so that they can be corrected without reducing the speed of the trigger manipulation. The scoring is as follows. The total score will be the aggregate time from the 5 runs divided by 5, also known as the average time. The point of impact must break the line of the 1-inch dot. If the shot does not break the line of the 1-inch dot but is breaking the outer light gray circle, then a penalty of 0.3 of a second will be added to the achieved time of the particular run. If the shot is a complete miss, then a penalty of 3 seconds will be added to the achieved time of the particular run.
We're going to go 1 shot across, and then you can look at the TPC website for the actual ranking times. Here we go. We're going to start with an unloaded gun. And then the way we set the gun up, verifying safe muzzle direction. This is critical for this exercise. I'm going to start empty chamber, nothing in the mag well. I'll press the trigger, hold it to the rear, insert a magazine while I'm holding the trigger to the rear, charge the weapon, keep that trigger held to the rear. I will then aim on target, and my partner or coach will activate the timer, and I will have to release that trigger, get back to that reset point, break the shot, applying proper trigger control. Here we go.
Sights on target, trigger pin to the rear. Are you ready? Stand by. Time, 0.33. Sights on target, trigger pin to the rear. Are you ready? Stand by. Time, 0.36. Sights on target, trigger pin to the rear. Are you ready? Stand by. Time, 0.32. Sights on target, trigger pin to the rear. Are you ready? Stand by. Time, 0.36. Last repetition. Sights on target, trigger pin to the rear. Are you ready? Stand by. Time, 0.40.
Okay, so for this exercise, as you can see, the goal is to hit that 1-inch circle. Your time, if you hit that 1-inch circle, is your actual time that is measured for every repetition. If you hit or break the line of the 1/4 inch larger ghost circle, that adds 0.3 of a second to your time. If you miss, that adds 3 seconds to your time. You tally up or add the times plus penalties For each of these repetitions, divide by 5 and you have an average. Again, you can look at the TPC website for the ratings or the rankings. Anything 0.4 or below is Grandmaster, and then take a look at the website for the additional rankings. The key to this is releasing the trigger just enough to reset, take up the slack in the trigger, and finish the press by applying those proper principles of trigger control, of isolating only the trigger finger, moving it straight to the rear with constant speed and minimal effort. This will help you to perfect your trigger control, being aware of all of those various nuances that support a perfect trigger press. All right, guys, try it out. Let us know how you do, and we hope to see you in a class soon.